and then intro.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Yeah, stop eating. Super Desperation Radio!
Are we getting frame drops really?
Oh boy, we are getting frame
all
drops.
Times to get frame drops. Nothing's working. What the fuck? Everything's dead. What happened to my stuff? How's everybody doing? I didn't screw it up. I literally didn't screw it up. I literally did everything right before we started, and everything's gone now.
Well,
there it is.
Fix it.
I fixed it. Apparently, the new thing with Skype is when you minimize the window, everything goes away. That's interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
Thing.
I don't know why that does that now. Good job, everybody. Welcome to another great episode of Super Desperation Radio, the holiday special 2016. We're going to be coming to you with some news, more news, not so new news, possibly some stuff from last week, and some Christmas present giveaways. If you followed the rules, of course. And there were many.
Remember, while watching the show, keep your shoes on just in case you have to walk across any broken glass.
Man, people still don't believe that's a Christmas movie. That's some kidding.
It's the best Christmas movie.
It's totally Christmas, man. Like you would imagine that. What a better way to simulate walking through a desert than to like give a baby that you've never met some toys than walking on some glass to kill a guy.
Well, the reason why they don't think it's a Christmas movie, I don't even think it has anything to do with the content of the movie, but rather the fact that it takes place in SoCal and there's just not snow everywhere. Everyone has this preconceived notion of what Christmas looks like. White winters and tall pine trees.
Christmas doesn't exist in California.
John McClane is better than Santa. There we go. I'll say it.
Damn.
What if John McClane is Santa?
I mean, that for all we know.
Us is destroying terrorists.
I mean, that's a pretty good Christmas gift, like making sure that I don't die at the company party.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. As I said before, we do have a couple things to talk about tonight. We should probably try to get through them because we look like we have quite a few things to give away. And we want to have time for questions this time. So if you have questions, make sure you tweet at SDRcast on Twitter, and we'll pretty much answer anything barring,
our social security numbers.
Social security numbers. There we go. And
I answered my social security number on like 8 forms today, so it's cool. I'll probably give you guys that.
Like, why even bother at this point? First order of business.
Oh, sick. We already got a question.
Cool. Keep them coming. First order of business, and I'll let you carry this afterwards. But Street Fighter V leaks, updates, Season 2. We're pretty much a day away from everything releasing officially, and people have already been playing Akuma for like a whole week.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah, so Capcom somehow apparently botched the Steam pre-patch, I guess you can call it, I don't know. But people were able to go into the back end and just unlock all the characters, unlock all the changes, and show some stuff. It's pretty cool.
So
shortly before we started the show, they uploaded patch notes, like just literally like 5-10 minutes before we started patch notes. So that's cool. It's nice to have patch notes. Patch notes are cool.
I actually really do like looking through them. If anybody saw the Dota 700 patch, I spent like 2.5 hours just looking through all of it and just sitting in awe.
So I really love patch notes because I love reading ideas that I can come up with and things to try and changes. And I really like it when the developers sometimes give you insight as to why they did it. Like something like, we adjusted Pit of Malice for Abyssal Underlord because, we feel it was doing too much because it did damage before, so we took the damage away, right? Stuff like that. I'm reading the Street Fighter V ones right now. Holy shit, these are bad. In just a language standpoint. Like, this is the vaguest, weirdest Google Translate I've seen in a while. Because some of these don't actually fucking make sense. One of them... So, I'm looking at the Alex one. That's maybe one of the characters I'm very familiar with, right? It says standing medium punch. Motion startup has been changed from 12 frames to 14 frames. No change to the overall advantage that the move gives, right? That moves 6 frames in the current version of the game. It's been noted that Lariat's also been buffed to now be 6 frames on hit, which means you can link Lariat into standing medium punch. Which means there's no way, unless they completely double the startup of one move for Alex to an obscene amount, that there's no way that standing medium punch is now 14 fucking frame startup. So I honestly have no idea what that means.
Wait.
Like the English used here is vague and weird. I honestly think they mean total recovery, because that would make sense why they mentioned no change to total advantage, because they can add recovery to the move, but if on hit it's still the same, you don't have to worry about it. Or even as long as it connects, it doesn't matter. But if it whiffs, there's 2 more frames of recovery. I think that's what they're trying to tell us. But this is bad. The way it's written is actually bad. And there's a ton of words that could be used in replacement of the word adjusted, because adjusted tells us nothing. Adjusted means we did something to it. That's great. We can go test it. We'll figure it out. People that are very savvy with their individual characters will understand. Like, that's not a big of a problem. But you kind of come to expect what they did. Like, there's some changes that are very particular, like standing light punch for Alex. We removed an active frame. It is smaller. Its hurt box is bigger. This is all very clear. Then you have instances of the term motion startup a couple times, and I have no idea what the fuck it means, but I actually think it means recovery or total frames of the move. But that's the worst language. Like, for Gibby, you're old as fuck. What does motion startup bring to your mind if I tell you this move has 14 frames of motion startup?
Let's figure just startup move.
Yeah, the startup frames, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would think. But this language choice is pretty bad. It's
a little misguided.
It's misleading. It's misleading. It just seems kind of lazy. I'm glad they did it. I'm actually happy they did it, because it gives people something to actually work off of. Because otherwise we have fucking people out in the wild telling us Mika has like 800 health or something. Just making shit up. I mean, this is better than nothing, but honestly, I would definitely want them to maybe give this another pass over. Like, SNK did that, because one of their patch notes was actually horribly written.
Yeah.
And then we got one that was like very obviously Google Translate, and then we got one that was a bit more closer to, what we expect English to look like or make sense.
Hey guys, did you know that they took Nadeshko away from Mika in Season 2?
Oh no, somebody call event hubs. The Velociraptors aren't extinct yet.
So is like the whole thing like that or something? Or is it just like...
A lot of it's like that.
It's awkwardly worded, to say the least.
Yeah. Some of the details are very clear. Like, meter gains minus this or that. Damage has been reduced from this or that. But then there's stuff that even doesn't quite make sense, even if you really understand the character. So Alex's back throw adjusted so the collision box doesn't move forward during the attack motion. I kind of get that. I wish I knew exactly what adjusted meant. So if it's something that I could use to my advantage, because this makes me feel like, he doesn't lean forward as much before he actually goes for a throw. So maybe it's like, his throw range is not technically better, but he's less overall vulnerable while going for it.
Right.
Or does it fucking mean something that I'm not even sure about it? Like,
What is the thing it says?
It says for leg tomahawk, reverse throw, which is back throw.
Leg tomahawk.
Yeah.
Right.
Adjusted so that the collision box doesn't move forward during the attack motion.
So which one is leg tomahawk? I'm stupid.
Back throw.
Back throw?
Yeah, because Alex doesn't have the scoop slam anymore. He has unique throws in Street Fighter V. He has a face chop for forward, and he has basically an enziguri for his back throw.
Because the only thing I can think of with that, so you know how KOF, you have instances where you cross someone up and then you don't cross them up because they go back to their original position.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is something like that. Because when you mess with the collision box or just anything, like the collision box will go too forward and it causes funky cross-up situations or him being able to get grabbed from longer ranges. So this is something they could have fixed. It's probably stays stationary or just doesn't go as far forward.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. But this is also one of those things that you just gave it to me in a very clear and concise sentence. And why aren't they hiring you?
Because no one wants to hire me because I'm look how fucking handsome I am. They can't compete with this.
That's true.
You think Hans can compete with? Oh, look at this shirt. Mondo gave me this shirt. I can't even read it because it's backwards.
I bet you gotta fix that.
Mm-hmm. Is it really backwards? No, it's not backwards.
Not on stream. It's just for your side.
Yeah, I know. I'm having fun. But yeah, it's a lot of what I'm reading doesn't seem terrible. There just are like some instances that are bad.
There's also obvious typos, so it almost feels like this was a rush. But I'm glad they did it. If anything, I hope they give us a revised version where it's like, hey, we ran this by someone that knows how to communicate properly.
What I think happened, they saw all the complaints on Twitter yesterday, and they just told Harrison, "Hey, you're not sleeping for 24 hours." And then he took like 2 bowls or 2 boxes of Oops All Berries, ate them all, and then typed all this. That's his shit. Oops All Berries. Ever see Harrison at a tournament? Just give him a box of bulbs and just tell him thanks.
That's his shit.
Trust me, tell him thanks.
That is his crack. I can confirm this.
What is Oops All Berries?
You know what
Oops All Berries is?
It is Captain Crunch cereal that is all berries and no Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
Unless you consider the berries Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
That's just weird, man. Why would you want that?
People love it, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And it's easier on your.
I mean, okay, that's true. But that's because Captain Crunch is actually made of steel.
You guys are just cowards. Captain Crunch is perfectly edible by
Tony,
human standards.
all right. Not
Yeah, I
all
bet
of
you
us
only
fucking-
eat it with milk, though, right?
No,
Oh. Wow,
Wait, you eat dry Captain Crunch?
sometimes.
Do
Wow,
you have
your mouth
Brillo
is made
pads
of-
for lunch? Like,
I was about to say, his mouth is made of diamond.
Yeesh.
holy crap! I'm just
Yeah, you
fucking
just
picturing
grab a
Tony
handful and
real
just
wool
stuff
in
a
your
handful
mouth.
of it into your mouth.
This guy's Apollo
Captain
Creed
Crunch
over
ain't so
here.
bad.
Feeling so tough I can eat nails or cat.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just imagine, like, Anthony's just chowing on car fenders in the background now. He's like, it's delicious.
Oh man.
Chris, there's an issue with the stream.
There's an issue with the stream.
Yeah, I'm watching it. It's stuttering. I can't.
No,
I'm not
I had to
listening
fix
to
your
it.
camera for a second, so it should be fine now.
Okay, we'll see.
No, I mean the frame rate's all messed up.
No, I know, yeah.
What frame rate?
So this is something else that I want to like bring up. So Discord is going to be doing screen sharing soon. I don't want to deal with the Skype shit anymore.
Yeah, we love you, Discord. Please make it sooner than later.
Yeah,
Let me see
and
how
we're
I'm
gonna
fix
test it
this.
before going through with it. The local recording's still fine, right, Chris?
Local recording will be fine. It's just the stream is messed up.
Okay, shit. Well, that sucks. We apologize for the technical difficulties, everybody. We'll figure out something, and if not, go watch the replay. I know it's better watching us live. You know, there are people out there who only like watching things live, like Anthony.
Like me.
Yeah. So, just the replays are just as good because you get to see stupid shit that we did that you can catch and send to us and go, oh look, this dumbass made a dumbass face. I'm talking about Hell Pockets, but you know, it's, it happens.
Jeez.
But I'm gonna go ahead and do this here. Not do the contest. I'm just gonna remind people of the contest. Do I have all the tweets here? No, I do not because I'm an idiot. Anyway, let me listen to this really quick. See how I sound. Okay, so we're gonna be giving out 6 codes tonight for SNK games on PS4. 4 Mark of the Wolves codes, 1 Last Blade 2, and 1 Samurai Shodown 6. Samurai Shodown 6, Last Blade 2, and Mark of the Wolves is being provided by Dream Cancel, and 3 are being provided by SNK.
Is it officially too late for them to actually
No, for them to enter the last, like, I'm gonna do the drawing at 7:30 Pacific time, so there's 45 minutes left to enter. I'm gonna go ahead and put up the tweets in chat. So just tweet and follow everything. So that. What else is there? What's this? Come on, cut that, paste that. Yeah. And then there is the last one. Where is the Dream Cancel one? So you need to be following all the accounts by, not all the accounts. The SDR, the one that's identical. Mine and SDR. You only have to do it through one of them. If you do it through both, you get double the chances of winning. Where is it here?
You know, maybe the reason why Hound wins all these is because he's more faithful to us than the rest of our fans.
Probably. Well, yeah, he's he just said he's bound to win something. So follow, retweet all 3 of those, and the drawing is gonna be done at 7:30 Pacific time. Winners will be announced at like roughly 7:40, right before questions, and I will DM the winners their codes. 6 winners. No one can win twice. All right, so the Hound cannot win all 6 codes. And this is not a joke. One raffle I did, he definitely won 3 times in a row. And yeah, no, that shit ain't happening.
Sorry,
I
Hound.
own 3 copies of Anniversary Edition.
Oh yeah, this weekend was really good for video games, just in general.
Incredibly.
And I say that because there were a lot of things that went down. One of the things that went down, everyone knows, NEC. Another thing that went down at NEC is a table. But that's a different story, right?
You know, also went down some boogers.
Oh man, went down from the nose to the mouth.
What the fuck is wrong with those guys?
we won't talk. Well, we talked about it already, but we won't talk about it any further. The table, maybe we'll talk about the table going down because you know we can't have one of those Shaggy it wasn't me moments.
Oh.
But NEC was the final Street Fighter V Season 1 tournament. And I personally didn't watch much of it. I'm going to be quite honest. I watched most of the Street Fighter V tournaments throughout the year, but I have zero interest in watching anything Street Fighter V since the moment they announced Season 2. Like this, I'm not going to sit here and bullshit this. I really don't care for watching Season 1. I didn't see any of that, but I watched Gear, I watched KOF, CVS2, I watched a bunch of other crap. And it was so fun watching all those other games. What did you guys end up watching from NEC?
Mainly... Alright, so I started out wanting to mainly watch KOF. I went into it. Obviously, Friday, only Street Fighter V was on, so I watched some of the teams from work. Then next day, caught some of the KOF. But since KOF didn't start out right when the pool started, I got to watch some Soul Calibur 5. And I gotta say, the game's kind of fun to watch. Like, I don't know anything about Soul Calibur 5 at all. But
was there any of the chick with the orbs? Her name escapes me at the moment.
I didn't see her. I mostly saw like the matches I saw was like a Mitsurugi versus Ivy.
Like the Lord intended.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And then after that, yeah, I don't even recognize half of the characters in that cast. So I was like, who the fuck are these people? Where's Kalik at?
Oh, he got replaced.
He did.
Oh yeah.
That was my boy.
Did he get replaced?
He's Edge Master now.
Oh, he's the new main character.
No.
He's a new villain.
No,
he's
I don't know
he's
what
actually Edge Master.
means, so I'm like, yeah.
And so he's the Mokujin.
Oh, he's a Mokujin. Oh, okay.
But only for male characters.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well,
Yeah,
anyway,
so
I didn't see that,
there's
so I was
another
like, I don't
Keelik
see the
now.
Kalik. I don't recognize anybody. But it was really fun to watch. Like, there were people, like, you know, just kind of losing their shit over it. And I was like, this is cool. I'm having a good time watching this.
So 5 was definitely a case of that game being close to really, really, really good. And then shit happened.
Viola happened.
Yeah, Viola definitely happened. It was one of those things where it's like, oh, we introduced what is basically a trap or anime style set play character into a 3D fighter. And everyone's like, oh, she doesn't do any damage. This is whack. And they're like, okay, let's up the damage. And then they up the damage and she kills you if you guess wrong twice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did she have an infinite at some point?
Yeah, she had a lot of things.
She had an infinite, and everybody said you couldn't do it, and then Tokido did it.
Yeah,
and everyone
that was
like,
actually
woops.
That was going to be
Always
my next
happens.
point.
It's weird how
That was going to be my
always
next
happens.
point. When Tokido is casually winning at your game,
Yeah.
the character he's playing might be really good. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, that game's actually really fun. It's got some wacky system changes. The whole meter mechanic and the way it interacts with GI is interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but the pace of the game is really nice, and it looks great. Like, fucking Soul Calibur has gone down in history as having some of like the most visceral feelings, moves and throws when they hit. Like Astaroth, like basically wrenching you around his axe and then compacting you into like a hamburger patty.
Like, shit looks like it hurts, you know?
Yeah, like stuff feels great.
Like Sung Mina doing the treasure opening throw.
Was that the ball buster?
Yeah. It always was.
Yeah.
Just tap you on the ankles and then break the sack.
Bop, bop. Ah.
And then after that, KOF, and KOF is pretty cool. I know a lot of people wanted to see KOF pool start from the beginning to end, or until top 4, basically, as they ran it. And because of time constraints and because of like allowing other people to run stuff, they couldn't do that. But the stuff they did catch is pretty cool. Obviously, we didn't get to see Reynolds versus Rashikal, which is like probably a crime against humanity, because that match looked intense from shaky cam. And I actually didn't get to see finals of Street Fighter 5, so I feel like kind of a fraud for that. I'm a commentator. I should be watching Street Fighter 5 stuff.
You're a Street Fighter 5 commentator?
Yeah. I commentated DreamHack, remember?
You guys got to tell me these things.
Like, I was about to say something very, like, inflammatory about Street Fighter 5 commentators. But yeah, so I didn't get a chance to catch that. I only caught like I caught grand finals where Punk and Mina were just trolling the shit out of each other, and that was fun to watch, I guess. Punk eventually took it anyway, but I gotta say the KOF tournament probably held my interest the most, and not just because I love KOF over everything, but because and I talked about this yesterday, Gibby, remember? Where we've been hearing a lot from people who we respect the opinions of, who thought that maybe the poke game into max mode, or quick max rather, was a little too strong and a little too prevalent. And they were right, because that shit happens all the time. Everybody goes for it. They're not actually playing the game. They're kind of just looking for that 1, 2, 3 activate setup. And there's certain characters that can do it really well. There's certain characters that can do it okay. And then there's characters that can't do it at all. And so Reynolds showed us that you don't need that at all.
Well, here's my thing with Reynolds. Reynolds shows you that you can play like an idiot and win. And at the same time, he shows you can play like an idiot and lose. So I don't know if he's the best example, but he definitely won. It was a very convincing win. Almost OCVs all across the board for the most part.
It wasn't so much his strategy that I was saying that he showed us, but it showed us that you can't just play it one way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just go head first into the game and be like, okay, he blocked my setup, I'm just gonna reset and then go right back into the exact same setup, which is low B into stand B.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't hit, I'll do it again, and I'll keep doing it until it hits. If it doesn't hit, then this guy's better than me. He showed that there's other options. There's things like with admittedly with Gong Il, there's things that only he can do, obviously, and it's very hard to deal with if you've literally never seen it before in KOF 14. So that obviously had Reynolds had the advantage there. But at the same time, there are so many characters in this game who have shown us since the release of it that have so many things that only they can do. And the things that you will only see if you play people that play those characters. And they are characters that not a lot of people play. I'm talking about Xanadu. I'm talking about Kukri. I'm talking about Zarina. I'm talking about Nelson. I'm talking about fucking Banderas. All these characters that nobody uses. And then somebody comes out with some secret, quote unquote, secret tech. And it's just dude, this is pretty blatant,
Yeah.
The funny thing with Gang Il is that he's not even the huge tech monster that you have to do stuff for. He has setups, he has cross under things and relaunch stuff that you can go for. But he also has really fucking annoying buttons.
Yeah.
If you've never fought that character before and he suddenly just starts doing stand D and stand CD in your face and you're like, why am I just constantly getting smacked for moving? I feel like a dumbass. I can't advance forward. Let me actually try to counter. Oh, I hit a down B in the max mode. I'm dead.
I'm gonna try to go underneath that. It's
yeah,
that his far stand D is something that they basically put in there to say, people are having way too much fun treating Gang Il like a piece of shit. So we're gonna give him the best far standing hard kick in the game.
Yeah, that move's great.
And
it's auto footsies.
Now the funny thing about it is people get hit by it, right? And when I get hit by it, I'm like, okay, I'm probably not going to do that again. You know, like this dude's just mashing it, or he knows when to press it. And the perfect time to press Gongil's far standing D is like, you know, have I not pressed it? I should press it, you know?
No, you're wrong. It's have I not pressed it? Press it. Have I pressed it? Press it. Did they block it? Press it. Did they get hit by it? Press it.
Just keep pressing the motherfucker, you know? The thing is, though, like, I get hit by that, and I'm like, all right, I should probably change something, because that's, like, ruining, like, my whole approach.
Mm-hmm.
But there were people in the tournament that were just like, oh, I can't be that good.
Yeah, it's like, oh, maybe I'll jump over it. No, no, you're not. You trying to fidget around Stan D means you're going to get smacked by Stan D again.
Basically. And that's cool, because, like, it made them learn that, okay, Gongil has a real Stan D. And it's not really leading to a lot of damage, but man, it's annoying. And it chips away at you. And it adds up over time. And that's something that I've been kind of pushing on this game over for like a while. And I'm like, dude, maybe it's not really about high damage as much as it's about consistent damage. You know? Like, people wonder why I never activate off of Joe's far stand D. And I'm like, because I don't have to. Because if you're an idiot, you're going to take him twice in a row. Because you're like, oh, man, I got hit by one. He won't do it again. Got hit by it again. I better back up. Oh, I better block. And then he throws a hurricane. Like, damn it, now I'm blocking hurricane traps.
I hate it.
But the thing is, like, people, I realize that when people come from 13, when people come from KOF 13, they don't have to deal with stuff like that, you know? In 13, your offense on defense, like if you're on defense and somebody's like giving you block pressure, like it's very finite in terms of how far they can go with it, because mostly everybody was doing the safest block string, or in most cases the unsafe block string that just went unpunished. But nobody was really utilizing extremely good normals unless you were Hwajai and you were doing far stand D. Ironically,
yeah, the only good normal in the game.
The only good normal in the game. So that was like the only thing they had to worry about. And so they were kind of used to being like, okay, it's my turn now. I blocked this heavy move. And nah, man, it doesn't work like that in this game. Tighten up.
Get it together, y'all.
Get it together. And I'm not blasting on nobody right now. I think the tournament was awesome. I think people fought their hearts out. It was definitely the biggest KOF 14 tournament of the year.
It was the biggest, and in my opinion, it was the most enjoyable so far. And I mean, there were only two major KOF 14 tournaments that I could think of right now this year. That's SCR and this.
Yeah, I mean, not including, like, people want to include the Evo one, but the Evo one was pre-release.
No, yeah, Evo doesn't count. That doesn't mean anything. This had a larger variety of players, characters, everything. It was entertaining. I liked it. I liked everything about this.
100%.
Oh, my favorite thing about it is this guy. His name is Afro Dynamic. All right. This man's voice, it's so good, so soothing. Yeah. I said this on Twitter, but I would really like him to call a baseball game. He says he's not a fan of baseball, but I will get you to dub over a Dodger game or something.
It has to be a Dodger game?
Not a Dodger game. I'll get you to dub over something else. You cannot,
the Yankees, man.
Dub over. No, you can't dub over Vince Scully. I'm not allowing that to happen.
Jesus.
You won't. I mean, you won't have to, because Vince Scully is not going to be doing it anymore.
No, that's true. But I mean, I'm trying to do it before the next season. You know.
All right. So Afro Dynamic definitely one of the, I won't even say up and coming KOF commentators, because he's been doing it just about as long as I have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like KPB has been running KOF and riding on it for about 2 or 3 years, even longer, honestly. I don't know how long they've been in existence, but KOF was definitely one of the games that they picked up immediately for broadcasting. And it actually took up until this year for me and Afro to really start talking to each other about commentary stuff. And I mean, we had chopped it up on stream all the time because we had mutual respect for each other, but this is the first time we've been like, hey, man, like, I think we should possibly do some work together or something, because, there's definitely something here. You should definitely come out. And he says he wants to come out for NCR, so that'd be cool.
Okay.
NCR is the tournament to go to. I'm serious, folks.
Yes, it is. It is the number one tournament to go to if you are Either
I've never had a better tournament experience than NCR last year. That's
Well,
I'm not even. That's like far and away. Like
you guys need to bring up the fact that while NCR may or may not be the number one tournament to go to, it definitely it's a number one tournament and getting announced late as shit.
oh, that's true.
Yeah.
And usually NCR is March or April, right?
Yeah.
Here we
It's
are,
usually around my birthday.
4 months away
4
from
months
March and April.
potentially
Nothing.
going to happen in March and April, and
I would also say that NCR is the hardest tournament to find
It's kind of
because nobody knows where Sacramento, California is,
yeah.
and they're probably better off that way.
It's the capital too, man. Like, how sad are we?
It even has its own international airport. You can just fly on in.
It's actually a really nice airport too.
Yeah, it's nice. It's small, but it's nice.
There's nothing
No,
to
but
eat around.
seriously,
There might be this year.
like, yeah, maybe. I hope. But seriously, like, I always hear a lot of people, especially NorCal and whatever anime players, complain that NCR might not be the best stage for them. But I mean, we have a lot of representatives out here that really do stand up and take the cause onto themselves. But not only that, but the hotel tech is insane.
Mhm.
Like, we've been there for how many years and have been just loud as fuck and never gotten kicked out or
Yeah,
anything
we
like
don't-
that.
I'd
Like,
say at least 3 or 4 now, right?
3
Yeah.
or 4 years, we like people are stumbling around, belligerent. Not like asshole belligerent, but like, you know, they're just it's just very obvious what's going on at 3 in the
friendly
morning out there.
belligerent?
Friendly belligerent.
Friendly belligerent. Like, people are like, some of us were doing that too, and like, I'm not saying that the other tenants don't care, but the hotel definitely is just like, oh, you guys, you know, whatever, have a good night.
Loves us. So not only does the hotel staff love us, a lot of them remember some of us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Nice. Like the entire bar staff seems to remember me and Chris. It's great because like we just went to, oh, it's you two guys again, the brothers. I'm like, oh, sick. See this is amazing.
That's
Shout
because
out
that's
that
because
guy.
Chris is dropping like $200 on that bar
Dude,
at least
Like, after
for the
like,
weekend.
After like the third drink, I don't even care how much it costs.
The 575 or whatever it is Bud Light bottles. Oh Jesus! You know what? It really glad I stopped drinking because god damn it, every year we would go there. I was just like, that first one is like just getting punched right as hard as you can in the stomach.
Jesus.
But then it's like you're over it and you're like, this is my life for the next 3 days. Well, okay, I guess.
Sorry, I was gonna spend $300 on food. You know, beer is food. It's fine.
Yeah, dude, it fills you up. You don't think about the hole in your stomach when it's full of alcohol, I think.
Yeah, but also, if you guys like poverty games, and by that I mean like some of the bottom of the barrel, there's plenty of people out there to play as well.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
that's one of the things I enjoy about NCR. It's a smaller event, like compared to say SCR, Combo Breaker, and all that stuff, but you have everything that's at all these other events in terms of gaming and types of players. So playing poverty games, old games, shit games is great.
Oh yeah.
Except if you're trying to play Mark of the Wolves. Ask me how I know.
You played Mark of the Wolves last year, didn't you?
It was against
Yeah,
me.
I played it. I played it this past year against some guy who told me he's a shit, and he was just shit. And then against G Dragon, that's his name, right?
Oh
Who
my
told me
God.
he'd destroy me, and oh boy, that was whew.
You have to understand, like, when people like talk about games and they think nobody else plays,
Oh, no,
they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm the shit at this game." You come and go ask somebody about me.
NCR is great too because you can get experimental cocktails that you'll never be able to have anywhere else in the world.
Oh, so I don't know if you want to talk about it, but the bootleggers convention that happened last year. So it was a combination bootleggers convention and what else was it? It was a fucking it was a tournament in the room. What that game? What's the name of that game?
What one?
The golf game.
Oh, the
Turf
great.
Masters?
Yeah, Turf Masters. It was a Neil Turf.
Oh.
It was a Neil Turf Masters tournament and a bootleggers convention in the
Oh,
hotel room. And,
I don't think we actually did the Turf Masters tournament, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think they actually.
No, we couldn't. I think everyone that was trying to hold the tournament was drunk as shit, and they all broke my heart.
Yeah, I think the poverty room is going to be really cool this year, only for the fact that if you're someone who nobody vouches for, you got to play for your way through the door.
I just didn't remember because like I got so damn traumatized by having to play Idle Hide and KOF 11 again. I was like, screw this, man. I want to go home.
But yeah, it's funny because from what I hear, and this is all tentative, we'll see. There might be a wheel of play this person in this game for access to the to the event. You want to come in? You got to play Gibby and Tournament Fighter.
Oh God.
Beat the shit out of these people in Tournament Fighter.
See, that's what I mean. You're like, who the fuck plays Tournament Fighter? I don't know, but whatever. He's good at it.
Oh my God, this Chrome Dome's too sick.
So yeah, NCR is going to be a good tournament when they finally announce it, of course.
Man, just thinking about people fucking feeling themselves at games they think nobody else plays.
Dude, that shit extended to Third Strike. That was the weird part.
Oh, no, trust me. I am well aware of people that are like, yo, my fucking Elena was nice back in the day. And I'm like, okay, where were you back in the day? It's like, oh, I was in fucking Barricade and all that. I was like, oh, so you played against, Ultra David and all them? He's like, I don't know who that is. Like, or you have people where I was like, yeah, let's play. I'm just going to bust out the Ryu, see how you do. And like, they get ass blasted. And it's like, you know what? I never really actually played this game anymore. I'm just going to come out right out and say it. I'm just...
Just like, I played
it's always best when you go to somebody like David who played Barricade and you be like, yo, David, so this guy was telling me he was pretty nice in Third Strike. Do you remember him? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, who?
Yeah. Yeah, the best ones are where you get like, yeah, I won a couple of local tournaments. And I'm like, let me call up the local,
the local tournament guys.
The local tournament guys. It's like, hey, you guys remember this dude, has a vest, wears glasses? No? Well, obviously Alliance.
You remember this guy? Came in, button-up shirt, had snakes printed on it.
Look. All right. I know that's generic, but let me describe him to you. He had the button-up snake shirt, and he pressed down medium punch at a very specific rhythm.
He didn't have the button-up snake shirt. He had the button-up snake shirt too. Okay.
Oh,
the sequel.
So do you guys remember like when you were playing Third Strike? There was this guy. He came in and he was. This is how you remind me. He looked like that guy.
Oh God!
He said he was in the arcade all the time, but
yeah. There was this dude. He kept wanting me to play as Ken and asking him to look at this fucking photograph. I was like, I'm not looking at the fucking photograph, man. Get that shit out of my face.
Jesus Christ.
But have you ever had people like the Third Strike one's funny because like you can always just immediately like just fucking point that one away, or even like people that say they play Mark of the Wolves and then you watch them not do like basic system mechanic things that you should know. Like whenever it's like, oh, why did that Gato super hit me? I was blocking, and you're like, I've definitely had the funniest one was like, yeah, I was the shit at Senko no Ran, and I'm like, oh, really?
That is
roll up, son.
That is norcal.avi.
That's the old like pull down the glasses slightly, tilt your head up a bit. And it's like, oh yeah.
Really.
So how many copies of Wartech did you buy at a GameStop for $9.99 a piece, huh?
NorCal's like the place you go when like they're just like talking mad shit on Aquapaza, and you're like, I can't believe people play this game in 2016.
Yeah, dude, I remember going to one. What's it called? Ram Nation, and in the back it was definitely just like Tone and some other guy playing Aquapaza. Everybody else constantly shit talking them the whole time, but they still played it. and then people, like NorCal usually does, is level up their shit talk game, so it doesn't even
I mean, when you hang around Tyrum so much, you're just like, man, there's just so many different ways I can call him a terrible player. It's like,
yeah.
That explains why Chris is always talking about fucking Basra, because he fucking hangs out with all those guys.
Dude,
play shitty games.
You knew this already.
Just imagine like fucking DJ Cream and Chris sitting in a corner like, yo, this Basra game though, oh, it's the best.
People wonder, people say like, oh, Hell Pockets, man, you've become part of the anime community. Like, I am the fucking anime community, man.
This is like your dad suddenly came back and it's like, you kids want to play Basara Cross?
It's better than Marvel.
Like, see, the funny thing, Paul, is you could talk shit about that, and it's just, you could say it's him and whoever the fuck else in NorCal. It's like, oh, Chris and DJ Cream over there playing Basara Cross, and I'll be like, I'm gonna be back in like 5 minutes, dude. Hold on. It's like, just come back like, yo, I got next.
Hey man, honestly, I've wanted to learn Tournament Fighters for like 5 years, so I can't talk too much shit. That game is broken as hell.
Gosh, for like how long you could have?
Yeah, but Josh gets really bored if he's just destroying you over and over again. So
that's why you make him take shots after every win.
Dude, I remember.
I don't need Josh to fall all over the place.
Remember that time I randomly showed up at your house and then I looked and Destrega was on the TV and I'm like, I'm so fucking in right now.
I do remember that night because like Josh is like, "Yo, check it out! I got it, gameplay," and I'm like, "What?" He puts it on. I'm like, "What is this fucking game?"
And then I'm in the corner like, "Fucking Destrega, hell yeah!"
Everybody's like trying to play, and we're all just getting mauled, and I'm like, "I hate this game."
Hey, you guys know Destrega? Talk about Destrega, right? I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, it was funny as hell because it was like we had Destrega on the one TV, and then the CBS 2 on like the fucking tube TV on the floor, and it's like. If I'm gonna lose at one game, I'm gonna lose at CVS 2 at least.
The thing that got me the most about the Destrega is how Josh was really intense about getting people to play it. And he looked at me, he's like, "Yeah, you should know this is a weird ass game." And I was like, "I actually have never played this, man. This shit looks crazy." And then Tony's like, "My time has come." And then
Your time is up. My time is now.
The shit that got me even more is then Kelly walked in and was like, "Oh shit, Destrega." I'm like,
those are the kind of people we are, man. It just happens.
Yeah, I was like, Kelly, Kelly strikes me as somebody who would have been in the poverty shit.
and I'm like over here watching fucking y'all exchange strats about the Strega, and I'm like, this is like some back alley fucking tips and tricks fucking shit. Like, this is the mail that didn't get sorted in fucking.
I feel like Kelly is like one of those people who actually calls Bloody Roar 1 Beasterizer because she played it in the arcade.
Oh. God damn, I'm looking so forward to NCR. It's gonna be the greatest.
I can hear you rubbing your hands. That's the
I
part.
love it. I love NCR more than like I thought. I'm like, all right, this is my local tournament. I'll go or whatever. But then last year was really just a turning point to be like, we're in Sacramento. Fuck it. We're gonna make the best of it. We're gonna have the best fucking time regardless of wherever we're at. And it was so good.
That's another
Fucking
thing.
Anthony doing the Birdman hand rub over
I
here.
love it.
I also want to point out we don't even know what we're going to be at next year. So
Yeah,
we
that's
don't
what I was
have a
gonna
date,
say.
we don't have a location.
We don't know, but assuming we're in the same location, I at least know places to eat now.
Yeah. Now,
A lot of places.
some
to
people have been talking about us moving back to Milpitas, which would be great because there's like all night pho over there, so you can get pho like at 3 in the morning out there. Which
The
is
problem with the fucking Milpitas was that there was like nowhere else around. It was like
yeah, it was pretty bad.
And I
you had to walk, or if you did like you had to walk a good way or have a car, which sucked.
I mean, it's like right by my house, so like I'm like 10 to 15 away, so I'd be cool.
No, that's fair.
But if it's back in Sacramento, then it's actually not bad because they've been building the place up because of the new stadium over there, and like
yeah,
people over there are like more accustomed to. Ironically, they're more accustomed to us showing up because me and Gibby went out last year for NCR with a couple of local people, and they were just like, "Oh, you guys are there for the tournament? Cool!" And I'm like, "Oh shit, people know about us. We're celebrities. Somebody buy me a drink."
We went places and they knew who we were, and they weren't even part of the scene.
Like
It was the strangest shit.
who was that dude? Like that dude with the freaking bow tie at that bar with the mermaids.
Oh man,
Like,
that guy
dude
loved
me.
you.
Like he would not leave
He
me alone.
legit loved you. I think he wanted you. Like he was trying to get your number.
No, he had a
And,
girlfriend. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think that was just his close friend.
Nah.
He was definitely hitting on you. Both our friend and I saw it. He was definitely hitting on you. He was sharply dressed and he was a good-looking man. You should exchange numbers.
all this talking the chat about Bloody Roar 2 and stuff like that is making me laugh. Like this is like the kind of time where you make a story. I would be like, did you know why he was called Justin Marvelous Wong? Because his fucking marble was way too sick in Bloody Roar 2.
Jesus.
No, man, it's all about some random person coming out of the cut and being like, "I was a Bloody Roar 2 world champion. Bet you didn't know that shit."
My fucking long.
Yo, Jenny the Bat, that was me, dog.
Yo, see my Gato. He's too fucking cool.
I literally don't know any characters in Bloody Roar. The only one I know is Jenny. And I don't know if she was in all the games either.
God, I want to go to Faustings. I want to go to so many tournaments, but the work grind is too real.
Rick did put up a tweet earlier. Tomorrow, all the Combo Breaker registration stuff will go live. I believe.
Hell. I haven't even registered for Faustings yet.
Well, that's because you're lazy, man. It's just there.
Yeah, you're right.
I think he said a few weeks ago or a month ago that the hotel rooms were like almost sold out already, which makes no sense to me. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see. So tomorrow, register.
Wait for Combo Breaker?
Yeah, for Combo Breaker.
Oh, son of a bitch!
He announced the event, and then within a day or two, he's like, "Oh, all the stuff's almost sold out already." So, yeah. But there's that. Frosty Faustings is coming up next month. You guys should go to both of them. I've never been to either, but they're both good tournaments, from what I'm told, from a very close friend of the show, who will rename.
Anonymous.
Yeah, where's that? What was
Rename
Nameless.
Nameless. No, you know what? Better yet, we'll rename him to Rose Black. There you go.
Rose Black.
They'll never figure it out.
Nope.
Sounds like a freedom fighter.
It probably is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to do the combo breaker, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get time off for that. And with the new atmosphere that exists within the FGC for professional members attending events, it is always not entirely beneficial for people of my stature to visit tournaments for free. So I need to know if there's going to be some scratch broken off for my talents.
Just do what I do.
They don't need anybody to commentate Bloody Roar, Chris.
Are you sure?
I'll totally do it by Yugo as nice, dog.
Got a couple guys I know. Dude, Yugo was sick.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You're just like.
I used to remember playing a lot of Bloody Roar 3 when it was on GameCube. And I mean, I played 1 and 2 a lot. And then my brother got 4 or whatever. I'm just like, dude, he has that move where you go punch, and it's like back punch. And like he moves his hand up, but it's like 3 punches rapidly. That shit was cool.
Am I the only one who really didn't play Blood Roar here?
Right?
I really didn't either.
I played Bloody Roar as a child by myself, and I figured out combos that would wall carry and then break the wall. So that's it. That's all I really.
I still hate Evil Zone, not the game itself, but the fact that my brother would sit there reading the lore for fucking hours and there's no music that plays when you do this or some shit like that. And I'm like, dude, can I watch like The Simpsons or play another game? You don't have to. No, I'm gonna fucking read all the lore from Evil Zone. And I'm like, fuck.
Shit.
Books were a mistake. No books in my video games.
Evil Zone. Like, what a game to look up the lore for. Like, that's like fucking going like, I'm gonna go read up the fucking backstory to Dark Rift.
Oh,
I don't even know what this game is. I have to like look it up.
These are games. So like,
this fucking game.
Yeah,
Dan Ziver.
I remember seeing this like at Blockbuster all the time, and I was like, this game looks like shit.
It's 2 buttons, so it is. It might be 1 button, actually. I don't remember. At first it was guard and attack.
It looks like a budget rate Toshinden. Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Toshinden was not quite not budget at the time either. If you compare it to,
you know what game needs to be like stolen by indie developers though is Trap Gunner. We need a new fucking Trap Gunner.
What was that? What was that game? I can't remember.
That was the one that was like the top-down isometric game where you can put down traps and then you can attack people. It was long range and close range.
Would you say it's real trap shit?
Yeah, totally.
There was actually a guy.
Sorry.
There was a guy at Frosty when I went that he was really into the Trap Gunner. I think he goes by Crime Fighter on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I don't even remember how it came up, but he just started talking to me about Trap Gunner. And I'm like, this game needs to come back. Like, holy fuck.
No, it really does. Like the biggest issue is that when you play versus, obviously same screen, you could screen look or whatever like that. If they had like put it multiplayer, head to heads and stuff like that, added more traps, more strategy. Come on, it had one of the sickest fucking character select theme songs in all games.
Real trap shit. Oh, man. Can we talk to Atlas? Like, who do we talk to at Atlas about Trap Gunner?
I don't know, man.
I think they're all dead. I think all the people that were there for Trap Gunner.
Can we get a hold of their next of kin? Like, holy fuck.
The developer was Rakchen? I don't know. I don't even know what they make anymore.
I will say, one of the fun things about playing games that are kind of small like that or just really easily forgotten is that they really bring back a lot of the joy that you had when you first really got into competitive games. Like people figuring out all this new weird crap and you're just like, what is this? You see something you've never seen before and somebody's just like, yo, that's some shit I made up. You're like, okay, that's bullshit.
That's the Tony special when they go into the electric trap.
Dude, when you just play Tico and spam missile the whole time? Nah, dude, I played Van Rally and John Vicious. Something about a big dude that looks evil with the shotgun is really cool. And then, spamming.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
God, I love that game. There were so many sick games for the PlayStation. Like, I know I talk about this every now and again, but PlayStation was the most diverse and adventurous platform that we've ever had in history. Like PS2, people will say PS2 was the best. They had the most great games, but they were still fairly not varied. You know, you got a couple like interesting stuff in the beginning. You got Mr. Mosquito or like the Adventures of Cookie and Cream and shit like that really took advantage of the DualShock. But PlayStation just had some wild shit out there, man. Everybody was trying new shit out there. It was like the most experimental platform I've ever seen, and for that, it's really cool. Damn. Nowadays, we get Retro Indie Casual, the game part 7 million. Voxels. Didn't you like box graphics? Everybody's a box.
I love 3D pixels.
Oh, God, I love it. If there's not primitive third-dimensional objects that are only, made out of polyhedrons, it's just, I'm just mad.
On the subject of 3D pixels, 3D pixels for Revelator came out on Steam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I did not hear anything about the port on how it is.
I've
But
heard some people say it's very similar to Sign in terms that it feels like there's less lag on PC, just like with Sign. But some people are also saying that they think NetPlay is better, but it's really hard to tell. That stuff always seems like it's person to person.
I feel like NetPlay might be better only for the fact that someone who might have a PC version would splurge on better internet because they use their computer all the time. Like if they have
we also have to admit there's the endless amount of douchebags that play with fucking consoles on wireless connections.
That's true too.
Yeah, very true.
You still have wireless computers and stuff like that, but even then, wireless fidelity is either better or they're definitely going in for the Ethernet.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I still need to pick that up. I'll probably pick that up now. Because what do we know about this one? Am I gonna get like screwed and like fucking Revelator 2 is gonna come out?
Funny you should ask. There's actual developer statement saying they know about what is, they know the existence of the, the ASW cycle where it's like, arcade release, X number of months down the line, console release, X number of months down the line, PC release. You buy the PC release and then, hey, fucking BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma Fiction Extend 2 is out, right? And you feel like a jackass for fucking, waiting for PC, right?
Right.
They definitely said that they're aware of that and they're going to try to do better. So what that exactly entails is definitely a wait and see kind of thing. But if they're at least admitting to it, it kind of gives me hope that we're not going to get fucked over if you buy the PC release for Revelator. Because Sign to Revelator was a relatively big jump because it wasn't just the characters that got added.
Mm-hmm.
There's, the change in the lighting engine. Like, the game obviously looks better with just how everything changed in the backgrounds. It's new backgrounds, new characters altogether, new modes entirely. Like, there's fishing. There's the the really cool model viewer thing that you could do. So there's a ton of shit. It's one of those things where I was like, okay, this is justifiably a different enough game, right?
Right.
So perhaps they're just going to expand on Revelator to, if we get like, hey, Revelator 2, it's just an expansion. It's not actually a new game you have to buy. Hopefully it's the course they go for, and hopefully PC people don't get fucking screwed over for waiting again.
Yeah.
But they're aware of it.
I have it on PS4, but fuck it. I like PC as my main platform. So that's why I bought it right now.
Look, at least the Revelator port is not .emu.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, just look at it that way.
I can live with that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you gotta look at the positives, my man.
That's fucked up.
Now, you know what's fucked up? Shitty ports.
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying.
Hey.
Anyway, I think we got some prizes to give out, don't we?
Yeah, I'll be doing the drawing in 5 minutes. I'm putting the links in chat one last time. And then I'll do the drawing in 5 minutes. Again, the drawing is, are these right? Yeah, they're right, I think. I don't know. The drawings are four copies of Mark of the Wolves for the PS4 and Vita, Samurai Shodown 6 for the PS4, and I want to say the Vita, but I'm not 100% sure. And same with Last Blade 2. I don't know if Last Blade 2 and Samurai Shodown 6 are crossplay, but we'll find out. Last Blade 2, Samurai Shodown 6, and one copy of Mark of the Wolves is being provided by the good fellows at Dreamcast. Be sure to follow them for a chance to win this. Yeah, Hell Pockets has drank to them and chicken them, I think.
Pizza.
Pizza, oh man. I want some pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I ate too much today, but I want some pizza. We'll what's it? 5 minutes? Yeah, we'll be doing that soon. What else happened? So, take this 5 minutes to rant really quick about how happy I am. You guys see this Dragon Quest XI shit?
Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
No.
I heard about it.
So check this out. I watched it. I'm like, okay, this looks sick. It just looks pretty. Like the PS4 version looks beautiful. It looks gorgeous. All right. 3DS version, you got the moderately okay looking 3D version, and then underneath you got the Dragon Quest VI stylish looking game, and I love that shit. That gives me such a fucking raging boner. I want it. I need it. And then what threw me off and forced me into buying both copies is at the end of the trailer, the protagonist of this game pulls out Lodo's sword, which is the sword from the first 3 games, and has no business in being in any of the games outside of 9 because 9 was paying homage to 1, 2, 3. Now it's in this game. Why? I don't fucking know. I need to know why. And I gotta buy the game in order to find out why. So, guys, do I have to buy a Switch to buy all 3 versions of this game?
Probably.
Am I gonna have to do a GoFundMe for a Switch?
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. But I was told by Markman that Hori said it's gonna be completely rebooted, the franchise. So I genuinely hope this somehow, some way takes place in the 1, 2, 3 timeline, like either after all of it, in the middle of all. My God damn it! I'm actually looking forward to a video game, guys. Also,
It's happened.
because I got a new buddy. See my buddy?
Hey,
This is my Christmas gift. Can you guys see it? It's fucking adorable. Look at that.
it's Leonardo.
It's
man.
It's a sentimental thing.
You don't
History
like-
between me and another person. That's great.
You like Leonardo?
I like all the turtles.
He's a Raphael guy, ain't he?
I was saying, that's a rough guy.
I am a Shredder guy.
Oh
I'm
wow.
a Bebop guy. I'm a Rocksteady guy.
Shredder,
Remember, I
we-
like
they're
villain.
not turtles, man. You can't pick non-turtles.
Yeah, I can.
No, you
Fuck
can't.
Everyone
outta
always
here,
asks me
Chris.
who's my. Everyone always has asked me who's your favorite Ninja Turtle. I'll say Bebop and Rocksteady.
They're not freaking Ninja Turtles.
You keep telling me that. Every
They're not
toy
even
I bought,
ninjas. They're not turtles. They're not ninjas.
every toy I bought way back when that had Bebop and Rocksteady in the packaging said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and inside of the box was a Bebop or a Rocksteady. See?
I got to blow my
Now
nose.
the real question is: the new main character in Dragon Quest XI gonna have Erdrick cannons?
He will have the Erdrick cancels. I will make sure. I will discover it. All right? I'm good at discovering these Erdrick cancels. But I do want to get this game. The game looks nice. The issue is, of course, it's announced for Japan next year, and which historically it takes 2 to 4 years for a Dragon Quest game, to come out in Japan to the US,
Mm-hmm.
and that
I
has
mean,
me
if they
very
decide to
worried.
release it here.
I don't see why they wouldn't. Like, look,
No, I know. I imagine this one will.
yeah, because they got Builders, Dragon Quest Heroes 1, 2, and apparently 3's in the works. All the shit's coming out here in the States. So why take the goddamn marquee title in the franchise and leave it in Japan? Why don't you just bring it here? Not instantly. You can't do. Well, I mean, they can, but it's gonna be a pain in the ass doing worldwide release.
It's
If
not-
somehow this shit is just out of the box, hey, you guys can play in Japanese, you guys can play in English, French. I'm gonna cry.
I know why.
I
I
mean,
will show emotions, everybody.
they can do that for Final Fantasy Versus 13. I mean 15, but
Ooh.
why can't we get that? Did it really take them 10 years to translate the fucking text? Why don't we fucking get this Dragon Quest 11 shit going? You know what I
Damn!
mean?
Just because they call them out like that in front of their face like that? Come on, man.
I'm just saying. Why you gotta show so much love for your Final Fantasy while Dragon Quest, the progenitor?
What took 10 years for Final Fantasy 15? Like, oh, we had to find a perfect voice for Sydney.
Gotta be a Southern Belle, a real one.
Not even, man. She breaks character. Like, the accent disappears halfway through a sentence.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
in
man.
the first 2 sentences, she's all like, oh, yeah, I forgot I'm a hick. See, it's Grace Murphy granddaughter.
All right. Contest is closed. Gonna start doing this. I'll announce the winners in 10 minutes.
Go for it.
All right, let's hit some questions, I guess. If you got nothing else.
Wait, hold on. I did want to say one thing. the new patch comes out for Killer Instinct tomorrow, and they revealed that there are going to be new characters coming to the game. And basically, there is like what looks to be sort of like a P-Jack, a prototype Jack type character with Kilgore, and it literally looks like a fucking Fulgore robot with 2 Gatling guns for hands. Like,
that sounds awesome.
What the actual hell? This character looks silly as shit.
I love it. That sounds great.
So it looks pretty funny. I mean, it could be really cool. KI's done some really unique stuff with their characters. I'm interested to see. It looks like there's going to be 3 character slots. So Kilgore and 2 more, and I'm wondering what they're going to do with them. So
What I really like about Killer Instinct, especially the later 2 patches, once Iron Galaxy really going in there, was we definitely got a lot of stuff borrowed from other games, but I like that. Other games need representation too. There's nothing wrong with what's been done, but they still have their own kind of flair. Like Shadow Jago, who's essentially just Dimitri. That shit's fucking wild. Like, I loved it. What the fuck? But then he also has a segmented power bar, so he do more EX moves and shit like that. He's got
It's
ESP.
and in certain ways, it reminds me a lot of how Arc System Works has taken a lot of stuff from old SNK games.
Oh yeah, but even now, like they're like, let's throw. What are some other popular games out in the world right now? We'll try and make fighting game versions of that. That's crazy to me. I love it. That's the shit.
Well, yeah, and like having Arbiter from Halo and Battletoads. Like, yeah, it's a cool game. I wish I would actually take the time to sit down and learn it, but I'm lazy.
General Ram.
Oh yeah,
that character's weird, man. He fucks you up, but he's also like kind of one-dimensional. Very little mix-up, but goddamn, you die if you fuck up.
But so that patch comes out tomorrow as well, and then Kilgore is supposed to be available sometime in January. They said so.
Okay, man, Christmas is just like the fighting game patch notes like time now too. Like, are we gonna?
That's cool, you know.
I'm cool with that too. People got time to look at it and shit, and it's just like, man, I'm just really excited to see NCR.
You know what's going to be funny is that January is going to end up being a really big month too, because we're going to get Kilgore and probably a new reveal. We're going to get the Evo announcement, which we're going to get a Tekken announcement, which is probably the console date finally, because they said there's going to be
an announcement.
Yeah, there's a Switch announcement. Maybe we'll finally hear something more on Injustice 2. Maybe. We might get a little bit more of a hint about the next Street Fighter character as well. So.
Oh, I got some insider information. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, the next character representing the Capcom side is Al Bundy. He's going to be in there. He just wants to sit on his couch and watch some TV, but all these Infinity Stones are really fucking with him. So he's teamed up with X in order to try and, get this shit unlocked.
Is this level 3 5 touchdowns in one game where he just has all the auto guard and shit?
He catches the Power Stone and it's just shaped like a football, and he just goes
for Honda
in a single game.
Dude. Man, fuck, that's a fucked up character. Stone adds rock install. Like,
yeah.
What if he has Psycho Dad Assist?
Oh
no!
Psycho Dad just eliminates everybody on the screen. OP, man, not good. All right, so you want to do giveaways? You want to do questions?
Give me 5 more minutes. The website is acting stupid. But let me just say this right now. The second name I pulled was the Hound.
Oh my god.
Always is.
So he won, but he is a gracious winner. He knows he can't have it all, and he's kind enough to relinquish his prize, and it goes to someone else whose name I already picked.
This dude fucking knows something. Like, he's got the algorithm in his back pocket or some shit.
By the way, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Okay, so he won the Dream Cancel one, right? So I did the Dream Cancel one first, and then he won the SDR one.
He won both. What?
So the Hound's gonna be like my friend who's like, his social security number never gets picked for jury duty, just like based on like the lucky roll, like the random number generator they got when he was fucking born. Some bullshit, man. This dude, he's got the raffles on lock.
All right, I'm just confirming that everybody's following Dream Cancel and everything. I just have to make sure.
Disappointed.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a question real quick and make myself feel better. All right. First question comes to friend of the show, DJ Cream. Who would win if Hell Pockets, Manchester, Lord Walkman, Mega MacGyver, and Super Effects were the last 5 entries during an SDR Royal Rumble? How could we be the last 5 entries in an SDR Royal Rumble when we are the SDR Royal Rumble?
No.
Well, what if we take all the guests?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like it's more like if at the end of the Rumble, the last 5 of us were in there. You know, obviously we'd body everybody else in the Rumble. Last 5 entries.
We've had this question before, and the answer was Pockets and I would beat the living shit out of the 3 of you because that would be very easy for us. And then
I would totally take
we would do
advantage of
something.
back.
Yeah.
I was about to say, all we have to do is chop block the both of you and you're done permanently. Your entire body is about to explode.
Come on.
I think we have this on lock. Like, Tony and I use our collective weight to crush Gibby's back. All the while, Paul is in the old, fucking like footstool position behind Chris, and we tackle Gibby into Chris and use the inertia to tip them both over the ropes.
And then they explode.
Yeah. And it'll be like the old fucking WWE game when you explode, it'll just be chicken beard everywhere.
Oh, that's so true.
And then one of us will turn on the others like Bad News Brown did on Bret Hart at WrestleMania 4.
Oh no!
Wow.
So a random bot apparently retweeted the contest.
Yo, we got bots. We made it, guys.
Yeah, we got a bot that retweeted. I'm looking at this. It's nothing but porn in this account.
Perfect.
Are you sure that's not a viewer?
Are you sure that's not the Hound?
Well, I said porn. God damn it! Again, not the Hound.
What would happen in a Rumble would be, I would team up with either Paul and Alex or Gibby and Hell Pockets and to knock 2 of them out, and then in the excitement, I would do a suicide dive on him and realize I just disqualified him.
Nice job.
Damn it!
Which one of us gets the Kofi Kingston spot of like somehow getting?
I'll go to Paul. That'll be
I was
Paul.
about to say, given, that's going to have to be me.
Yeah.
You gotta do the
Oh no!
handstand.
Paul jumped outside, but he landed on Chris's gut. He's now bounced back in.
By the way, Chris's guts are now out of his lungs, so.
Let me
didn't need it.
stop this really quick. I won. Anthony won.
What? Wait, what?
Hell Pockets won.
Yeah!
Like right now, no, I just pulled our names 3 times in a row, and SDR is the 4th name that just won.
So we all won. Perfect. Good night, everybody. Thanks for playing.
Generator is not.
I wish
working.
this shit let me remove names. Okay, there you go. That's a winner. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3,
All right,
4,
I got
5.
another
Right?
question. I got another question from Larry Hart 16.
Okay.
SDR cast, what were some of the hardest bosses that the SDR crew have faced in fighting games? Any stories to tell?
Johan, Rage of the Dragons.
Oh, yeah. I would also like to say General from Kaiser Knuckles / Dan Kuga.
I had a much tougher time with Johan.
Really? But he's a perfect soldier.
So?
I mean,
Magaki.
General is fucking...
KOF11, Magaki.
Magaki was just dumb. I didn't want to play fucking a cave shooter in my King of Fighters.
See, for me, it was the tag team of Ricky Ortiz and Justin Wong playing Chun back to back at Evo. When it's a one game.
Dramatic battle.
Yeah, fuck this.
I'm trying to remember. I've played so many damn games over the years. I don't remember any. I know that there were definitely times where I would just get hella mad. We used to have a file cabinet next to where I played games in my parents' basement. And so I just lay into that with my elbow sometimes when games were... There's a huge fucking dent permanently in that file cabinet from my brother and I over the years.
Beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, just literally beating the shit out of that file cabinet.
God.
That poor file cabinet man had 3 months to retirement.
What are some other hard bosses? You know who isn't a hard boss? Fucking Kane R. Heenlein. That guy was one of the weakest SNK bosses I've ever fought.
Yeah, he is.
That was so weird.
Somebody brings up a good point. Bestaban says Shao Kahn, MK2 Arcade. Shao Kahn and MK3